Hello everybody, my name is Sanjay. Wave if you can hear me. And raise your hand if you're happy and having a good time. Good. I want to share a quick story with you how my life changed for the better. I hope you enjoy. I wanted to enjoy life. Who doesn't, right? Raise your hand if you want to enjoy your life. I wanted to have a good time, go on holidays, party, drink alcohol, try drugs, womanize, be cool, fit in with the crowd, pursue a good career, get a high paid job, and become rich. That's what I thought life was all about. So that led me down a path where I was chasing this life, what I thought I knew best. Pursuing this life, the pride of life, what the world views as being success, what I thought would bring me true happiness and true fulfillment in my life. But to be completely honest with you, it felt like a huge weight on my back. It made me insecure. I thought the only way I could feel secure and for people to respect me and accept me was the type of job that I had, or the type of car that I drove, or the type of house that I lived in my pursuit of these things. I felt like I was trying to be something I was not, and live up to something I was not. I had no happiness, I had no fulfillment in my life, not realizing I could not find fulfillment in these material possessions. It left me feeling broken inside, which led me through a bad patch of my life where I suffered of mental health, anxiety and depression. And let me tell you, nothing would work, nothing in this world could help me. And I was lost, I had no purpose. I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. And clubbing and alcohol, woman, just made me feel worse. And I was living an unfulfilled and hopeless life. But my story did not end there. It was during the lockdown and pandemic, which was the pivotal moment and turning point of my life. I was in my bedroom and I come across this video about Jesus coming back. When I was young, I went to church. I believe there was a God out there from what my dad and the Sunday school teachers taught me. But giving my life completely to Jesus sounded boring to me. I thought you have to stay in all day, pray, read your Bible, go to church, become really religious, and not be able to have any fun. So I actually said to God in my heart, when I turn 40 or 50, that is when I'll live for you. After I've gone wild and experienced life. But it didn't quite work out like that. God had other plans. So I meant to live my life my own way from that point on. Not knowing what life had in store for me, I would treat God like a genie. In times of desperation, emergencies, like passing a job interview or passing a driving test, I would cry out to God. And when I got what I needed, I didn't need God anymore, and I carried on living my life the way I wanted and how I thought I knew best, without God, until the next emergency and midlife crisis came around. So when I come across that video during the lockdown and pandemic in my bedroom about Jesus coming back, I knew deep down in my heart of hearts that if Jesus was to come back that very night, I was not ready and my life was not right with God. And in that moment, there was an emptiness and hunger in my heart that was crying out for God. Nothing else could fill that void. And it was like Jesus was saying to me at that moment, son, you can no longer have one foot in God and one foot in the world. You either choose me or you choose the world. And I didn't say anything verbally. I just said a simple innocent yes in my heart to Jesus. And there was something different about me over the next few weeks. I was a completely different person. My desires had changed. I no longer wanted to drink alcohol or do those bad things I used to enjoy, or hang around with those friends that had a bad influence in my life. But instead I had new desires to pray, to read the Bible. I was now excited about going to church, whereas before I found going to church boring. That's how I knew I definitely was not the same Sanjay as I was before. This wasn't me all of a sudden trying to be religious or or trying to be holy or trying to be good as I can for God. All I did was say a yes in my heart to Jesus, and He changed me on the inside. Now this is the life-defining moment of my life. I want you to listen to this part. One Sunday I was in my bedroom and I was praying to God without an expectation, and all of a sudden I felt the thick supernatural presence of God upon my head. I felt goosebumps all over my face, all over my arms, and in my heart I cried out to God. I said, I know You're real, I know You're real. And in that moment, no man, no woman, no scientist could convince me that God was not real. This wasn't just a religion to me, or reading some pages in the Bible, or going to church on a Sunday. This is actually having a relationship with the true living God. And let me tell you, when God reveals Himself like that to you, when God touches you like that, your life will never remain the same. And after that encounter, I was never the same again. There was no turning back from that point. I became hungry for God, and I began to pursue God like no other. And I found my identity and purpose in Jesus. And there was so much love and peace and joy in my life because I met Jesus.